I be on the next only I am fresh to death, just call the coroner. I'm a native champ, you just a foreigner. Is that all you got? Come on, you boring us. Hey, looking for the champ, we on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, welcome this young man. He hails from and is representing Croatia. He is a multiple national champion, EAF champion, and former world champion. And he is here to try to take the title. Raise it up and show your love for Rino Masic! Please welcome the reigning and defending East versus West. We'll go again. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome now, making his way to the table to contest for the title of the East versus West Championship, İbragim Sagov! Gentlemen, here we go. İbragim Sagov, Rino Masic. What a match. I'm joined by Rolly Ray Lifepinge, and Ray.
Dude.
I don't know about you, mate, but this is a match. This was my favourite match on the card. In terms of excitement.
Champion.
Oof, arm wrestling in a mirror.
This is what we call mini version of Kamil versus Jerry. Right here on the table, both setting up straight away to go inside, and it's always a scary thing when you're fighting someone exactly like you, because like the shit can break, you know, and you don't want it to. So it is always scary, and these guys are really brave. Let's see who first will take the center. Will definitely have huge advantage. İbragim is bullying the center really hard.
Look at the visual, Ray. Look at the size of İbragim. Such a big man. Look at the thickness of the wrists.
Look at the size of Rino. Like his hand it's comically small for a heavyweight, but the guy is so powerful. And inside, and İbragim gets on the bicep, on the pronator, and pins him to the side, just like that. 1-0 in this championship match.
Explosivity there from İbragim Sagov. And Sagov, so violent and aggressive in those hits, and he's so big, so powerful. Rino Masic has massive opportunities. This guy is very versatile and can go through that technical range. We know that he can change it up. I feel like he has more versatility than İbragim, but where Sagov wins, where Sagov is so dangerous, is that power, the raw top end. And you can see evidence of just how strong he is, because we know what Rino Masic is capable of. Look at the experience of Rino, however. At a young age, he's got massive experience and not a hair out of place. And he still looks calm, still looks very collected. Look at that on the replay, Ray. Really blistering hit. Rino found this position, but was dragged straight out of it.
He couldn't bully the center from İbragim. İbragim gets the supination. I think if Rino can work it and make him a little bit more tired, I feel like he was a little behind on the arm, and we can see it. Maybe he can change and try not to get the cup, but get the supination and pull the arm on his side. Because like if you're both pressers, the arm's just gonna get turned in. It just, you don't need extra help. What you need is just supination so you can cut through your opponent and maybe get on their bicep. Waiting for the go again. Same setup.
Shoulder more.
Test your frame approach of İbragim Sagov. And what was concerning there for me from the first start for Rino was the fact that İbragim closes down the space so effectively. He really does. He scoops underneath you, really drags you out of that position, and he's got the frame to do it. Very long forearm. The ape index is significant with this guy. If you up close with İbragim, he really does have pretty long, deceptively long forearms, big hands, thick wrists, and that aggressive style. He is prepared to commit very, very hard, and Rino needs to match that.
Rino needs maybe a little bit put more his shoulder behind so he can get that initiation with the arm, with the frame. Waiting for the go. Moving the beard out of the way.
Don't move.
Beard struggle.
Stop. God damn.
Whoa. Neither man really committed there. I think both men knew that they weren't in a position to start. And Rino Masic,
I do believe all these small starts favor Rino. I think his endurance is excellent. He is younger. He has amazing experience in pulling. The problem is you're pulling an absolute wall. Just a monster.
I mean, that's something you need to point out. Rino, we're talking 20 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very young athlete, but massively experienced for a 20-year-old athlete. Been everywhere. Here we go. Big drive again and better from Masic. But look at that from Ibragim. Sagov is so very powerful. That initial surge ray is crazy.
Yeah, and the problem is, at this point, you're going with your strongest position and you just get overwhelmed. Like someone is stronger than you where you are at your best. I thought that Rino maybe gets something on the bicep, but he was too much under and he chose not to fight. We're gonna go on round number 3 and see if there's any changes.
Look at the visual there. Look how square Rino is because he's onto that. You've got to get to the A side. He knows that. But
it's so hard.
Sagov will throw his frame in. Oh my word, hard, terrifying is what it is. Sagov will throw his entire frame in there, and this man is built like a tank. He's so thick, so heavily built, and he chucks everything in there with massive power, ferocity.
He's drinking from 1.5 liter bottles right there. So they just look small.
There is the man himself in the red trim, Ibragim Sagov. Looking on course to take the title at 115 here.
He said that was his goal ever since he signed the contract with East versus West. He said he wants that belt, and he said, as soon as I get that belt, I'm never letting go of it. He said, like, I'm gonna hold on to it as strong as I can. That's all he wants. And he is very close achieving that. 2 quick pins on young Rino Masic.
And for anyone not familiar with Ibragim Sagov and the manner in which this guy trains, if you look at some of the training footage that this fella puts out there, if you follow Ibragim, he trains as brutally as he arm wrestles. This is unbelievable training.
All his training is specified to his style. He said he doesn't do absolutely anything else. Waiting for the goal, round number 3. Let's see if anything changes. Ooh, warning from Rino, and even here, I feel like Ibragim got more of supination. If Rino can push the arm a little bit more to the side and supinate hard, then Ibragim could supinate himself under him.
Okay. Don't move. Don't move. Rotate. Together, turn together. Yes.
Center.
Look, center. Don't move.
Move your hand, please.
Okay. Don't move. Shoulder back. Shoulder back. Don't move. Go!
And Rino hits it much better. He's inside, and we have a hook war. Those first 2 rounds did some damage on Ibragim Sagov, and Ibragim is fighting. He's in a good position. He's working on Rino's bicep. Rino driving to the side, goes to a press. Don't lose your pronation. Keep the cup. Good hook going from Rino. Looks very comfortable. Goes for a press. Elbow fall for Rino.
Now, what was much better there off the start? We were actually commentating it, but I think the microphone went down, Ray, and we were lost for a little bit at the start there. But as you hit the nail on the head at the start of that match, mate, when people couldn't hear, the feeding forward of the elbow in the hook from Rino Masic was much better. When the match stopped, he drove that elbow forward, created a much better angle, and that prevented Ibragim Sagov from utilizing the presses efficiently because he was pressing into bone.
Yes.
Much better stuff.
Much better everything from Rino. He got something going, and Ibragim, let's say how it is bleeding a little bit. Right now, can he keep his composure and get these 2 pins that he needs so much? Rino Masic, again, I like that there's no straps, no talk of straps. No referee
Who
grips.
needs a strap?
Yeah,
Really,
2 pressers setting up.
What I will say, mate, the other thing there also from Ibragim Sagov is that we saw, even when he was stopped, there was no lack of commitment. When the position wasn't good for him, he continued to drive very aggressively. Doesn't back off, doesn't give you any breathing room.
No.
He is on you.
Look how close they are. Look how close they are, both to the center, and we have a referee's grip. Ooh, that's interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to change the dynamic a little bit, but I'm not sure that that will be something that Rino Masic would want. I think he wants that freedom. He's talking to the referees there about the setup, and look at the two athletes there, and look at Sagov breathing very heavily. Rino, not so much. Youth maybe coming in, and he's changing angles. He's taking a lot of reads from each one of these starts, Ray. Very diligent arm wrestler, Rino Masic.
Young with so much experience, and the potential is crazy. One of the rare athletes in the world of arm wrestling, Rino Masic from Croatia, right now is doing his best to stay in this match, and we can see the composure.
Here we go. Down come the hands. Masic in blue. Sagov in red. Whoa. Good luck calling that one.
Yeah.
Both men a little twitchy there and
little
more
too
than
excited.
understandable.
Yeah.
That start, particularly in this match, is everything. It must be quality.
It's absolute quality right here.
You cannot lose your form on this hit, and Sagov is really feeling the pace there.
Yeah, he's breathing pretty heavy.
Here we go. Down come the hands.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Masic and Sagov. Big drive. Ibragim with an enormous punch to the side, and little better from Rino, and now he starts to drive forward with an elbow to create that better angle. He shouted at the referee there. Felt like there may have been some contact with the shoulder, and Rino is starting to gain a little ground here, and this will put bleed into Ibragim Sagov. It's a war! Better from Sag. Oh, look at that from Rino!
And he takes the pin! Wow. That
Masic
young
was in
man
a
is
great
for
position.
real.
I thought he may have got him on the first dip. We'll need to look at that on the replay, but he was furious with the referee, shouting at the ref. They've got the best seat in the house. Was it a parallel pin? We'll see.
Let's see.
Okay,
that was the
I don't know.
finishing. Yeah, I would love to see a little bit more.
It might
that
have
was
been. It might
definitely a
have
pin.
been.
Definitely a
I
pin.
think he was right. It was a parallel pin.
That was a definitely
Yeah,
a pin.
that's a parallel pin.
Yeah.
He's correct. Rino was talking to the referees. He did get it. Made sure the second time. What a match, Ray.
What a match.
I'll tell you what, this is looking better for Rino Masic there, because you could see earlier in the match there was no fatigue in Ibragim, but there certainly is now.
There's a lot of fatigue. There's a lot of fatigue, and I think right now the endurance is definitely on Rino's side, but Ibragim is still very much dangerous from the go. The problem is, if he gets stopped, you know, he has problems on finishing, and we just saw it. And for Rino, this time what he did differently, as soon as Ibragim went to his position, Rino went sideways, protecting his pronator and not allowing Ibragim to get all over his hand, and then the bicep strength and the arm strength of Rino was sufficient enough.
Yeah, and
to pull
once
it to the side.
the pronator battle was done, you could see that he really opened the tap. As soon as Rino Masic gained the height, he went on an offensive, and it was a killer offensive. You can hear the reaction from the crowd over towards where the lads from the Lion Pride are set. There's a huge contingent of Rino Masic fans, and they are going nuts.
Yeah, Rino came here with his whole family. There's so much supporters. You can hear it. I hope you guys can hear it. And that definitely will help him right now. And we can see the fatigue. Look at Rino. He's not even sweating that hard.
Rino is wonderfully conditioned, and that is paying dividends for him here. This young Croatian, 20 years old, in the blue trim, multiple.
Reigning WF 110 kilo world champion. Reigning 110 kilo WAF world champion.
Junior and senior. This guy has progressed through the age groups to the senior class and has beaten some of the best in the world. He may be on course to do so again. 2-1 the score. Rino Masic in the blue trim. In the red is Ibragim Sagov. Here we go. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen.
We see how, like, the completely different setup from Rino is so high, Ibragim is so low.
Shoulder back.
Ibragim is getting a little bit too pumped, too nervous. This is getting really, really hard. Waiting for the goal. He's still dangerous.
Go.
And this time much better. Rino takes the center straight away on the bicep, on the pronator. And it's a hook battle with Rino and Ibragim. They check if the arm hasn't moved past, shoulder haven't moved past the center line. So close, driving to the pad, goes over and top rolls him. Rino Masic evens the score and is just 2 pins away. Ooh. Do you think, Neil, can Sagov turn this around? He's losing strength every second, either on the table or while sitting down. He's getting more and more tired.
I would love to see this match continue in the same vein, Ray, but I do believe that Rino Masic is really in control here. He seems like he's got much more gas tank. That versatility is evident. He's holding the pronator far better, and his patience is wonderful. When he was tucked in there, he made no errors. He's very polished, this young man. 20 years of age, but he's been doing this at world level all over the world against a myriad of different athletes for a very, very long time. And you're starting to see that layer of experience kick in. And right now, that man, Rino Masic, you're looking at him now, and Masic is looking amazing. The man in the blue trim, he started a little ropey, but even at that point, Ray, you've got to say, when we saw the images of Rino in his corner, he didn't look flustered.
Not even a little. And with Ibragim, he is just he's just a dynamite. He has so much explosive power, but the problem is the conditioning. I don't believe it's there. He's not ready to fight long battles. He's ready to win fast, and I think that was his game, and that's how he prepared. He thought that he would just overwhelm Rino with power.
When I talk for 2 rounds he did,
yes.
But it's not 2 rounds, this is 7, and it's an education and an evolution for Ibragim Sagov.
For arm wrestling.
Yes, it is. And Rino Masic, look at him there. Masic is calm, he's collected.
Yeah, I feel like he's in the driver's seat right now, and it just matters if he can get it done. I do believe Ibragim will be very dangerous from this maybe last 2 ready goes, but can he turn it around? We will see on round number 5.
Needs that early finish, I feel. The gas tank is starting to, you can see evidence of it there. The gas tank is starting to empty on the older athlete. The power, the red line top end is right there in those opening seconds of the match, and he will look to blitz his opponent to try and blast through Masic, but Rino, once the adjustments start,
cannot come closer. That's how tired he is. Like, see, it's very hard for him to come closer. I think the arm is so pumped. Not only the arm, but the hand.
Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. These starts so important, particularly for Sagov at this stage. And away we go. We're deep inside. An enormous drive to the center of the table, and Rino Masic collects and gathers himself. Tightens again. Sagov on the red line there as he tries to hold his pronator. But it's Masic with the nod. And as Ibragim Sagov commits hard, Rino gets that drive, retains the height, takes the parallel pin, and Rino Masic is taking over, and you can hear the lion pride and the people sat directly behind where Masic is now seated, going nuts, Ray Lipinge.
I'm going nuts on the inside. Rino is one of my favorite pullers. I do like Sagov, but Rino is something else. I have seen this guy grow, just grow, and what amazing performance today, coming back from losing 2 pins on first 2 rounds versus so strong Sagov. But I do believe conditioning is coming in, and when we talked in the interview, he said, like, I don't believe it's gonna be close once I stop him, and it's not looking like that. As soon as the match stops, Rino makes adjustments, and Sagov is just defending. And Rino,
likewise, mate, I saw Rino today down by the waterfront, and he said the same thing. He said, I think that he may have a power edge, but I think that the endurance is with me. And this is a very technically articulate man. He reads the game. That experience, those layers of experience are really evident. And talk about call your destiny. My God, he absolutely told everyone what would happen. This is the script of the match. And right now, as we sit here on the 2nd of November, East versus West 15, Rino Masic is a prophet. He told us what he would do, and he's taking over, eh?
I wouldn't lie if I would say if he gets it done next pin, he's the youngest East versus West champion, right?
I think he
At
might
20
be, yes.
years
Yeah.
of age.
And I'll tell you what he is. He's one of the most impressive arm wrestlers that I've ever seen at this age. This is people always talking about the, who's the next John Brzezinski, who's the second coming of that guy. Well, I'll tell you what. You'll never emulate John Brzezinski.
This is as
Rino
close
is
as we can
pretty
get. This is pretty
Rino
good. This
Masic
is definitely pretty good.
This is a polished man.
Listen, we talk about Todd Hutchings pulling when he's 58 and Reno is 20, so we can, with the confidence, say if this guy keeps himself motivated, loves the game so much, there's 40 amazing years of arm wrestling ahead of us and him.
Center.
Rino Masic leads by by 1 pin. 3 pins to 2 right now.
This
and,
is it.
Head, shoulder.
Needs this one more round. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Deciding round at East versus West 15. And a massive drive. Wow!
İbragim Sagov comes from behind and takes the pin. Wow! We're gonna go to the silver bullet. This I would say unexpected. İbragim,
Oh my
İbragim
word!
found something.
Look at that on the replay. Talk about the commitment. The venom in that drive was ridiculous. Look at that.
That's just how much do you want it, and İbragim wants it. He really wants it. Ooh, we're gonna
You know
go
what the
for
good
round
news
number
is?
7.
It's on. The 7th round, the silver bullet. Here we go. Who wants it most? It is on.
Before
115s.
Listen, before the event, so many talks about like this is the greatest card ever. How many matches have ended with full rounds, with all the
Phenomenal
rounds
battle.
arm wrestled? It's insane, and we're seeing this for the 115 kilo heavyweight world title on the line. İbragim Sagov 3 pins, Rino Masic 3 pins. Whoever gets the last one will be the new East versus West heavyweight champion on the right arm.
The absolute delight on the face
This
of
is it.
Reno
Look
there.
at this.
And Rino Masic remains like a mill pond, unbelievably calm. No concern on the face whatsoever. Such is the experience of this young man. 20 years of age, he's going into a deciding round for the championship of the world at East versus West. The man in the red trim, you look at him there. Ibragim Sagov. Rino Masic. You can hear the support for this magnificent Croatian arm wrestler. And it's on. A decider. We thought it was done. No, not tonight.
No.
Never underestimate the desire of these athletes.
When the belt is on the line, and this is the prize you wanted. This is the moment, round number 7. We are ready for the go. Let's see who can get the center, who can get their shoulder behind better. Can Rino stop İbragim from the start? And it is Rino who takes the center and is straight on the bicep on İbragim. Let's see who has more power in a hook.
Better adjustments there from Rino.
Adjustments from also Sagov. Sagov's defending really well, trying to keep his pronator high. Rino looks very calm and goes for top rope and gets the pin! The new champion!
Rino Masic, champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. The man from Croatia with the reversal. Deep on the inside. And he can open as his way to success there. Unbelievable, solid win for Rino Masic. I'm sure we're going to get a look at this as Travis Pagent jumps back in for Ray, who's heading down to catch up. And here we go on the replay. Look at this, Travis. Big drive in. İbragim Sagov early on was terrifying. He was so powerful, so committed, testing his frame from the get-go, but then it started to warm up, Travis.
No doubt. The first 2 rounds here, it was considered that the young man still is going to need some time before reaching the ultimate glory. And then here comes round 3, a little bit of life from Rino Masic, and then round 4. completely in the game here. The tide started to turn there. But Sagov, being the champion that he is, he came alive again in round 6, and he was able to sneak in that last victory there to tie the score 3-3. We see Sagov here super aggressive at the start, a little asleep at the wheel for Rino, but then once again, round 7 is to happen. I said it before it started. It's only a matter of time, and now the youngest East vs. West champion of all time, and listen, the
Hey,
future
one more
is
time,
bright
Rino
for
Masic. What an amazing battle with İbragim Sagov, also for İbragim. Those guys went at it for 7 rounds, 3-4. Rino, the new East vs. West heavyweight world champion on the right arm. Niyazi Kurt is going to give him his belt. I'm pretty sure not only new, but also the youngest East vs. West champion. How does it feel?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's a dream come true, honestly, to even step upon this stage, to be among these amazing athletes. I mean, and to compete and then to win a title. I mean, it's a dream come true, honestly. And I have no words. I gotta say, İbragim Sagov is an absolute beast on the table. I mean, what an amazing athlete, honestly. He's super humble, super strong. There's no bad word that I can say about him.
Coming back after losing first 2 rounds, what's going in your mind?
After losing the first 2 rounds, I was just trying to get a stop, you know, on İbragim. Maybe try to start a little faster, change my position up a little bit, take more of his center, and that seemed to kind of work. And then I gassed him out, and then it was a lot more easy to kind of get in my position. But I think it was the 6th round or 5th round, 6th round that I lost. Man, that was nerve-wracking, you know. Kind of reducing it down to only one match makes the winner. It's crazy.
Listen, I'm not going to ask you who you won next. Enjoy this moment. Well-deserved new champion of East vs. West, Rino Masic.